running against Kathy Castor because she does not represent the people of Hillsborough County, and she really doesn't represent the people in our country. She's a rubber stamp for the Pelosi administration, and basically that's that. She's everything in her that she says boils out to family and charity, family and children, family and children. Well, she put 500 families out of a job. And where was the family and children there? Now that we have health care, are those taxes going to go away? Or are they going to take the repeal of the tobacco tax? So basically, I think that she's really unqualified to be a representative for Hillsborough County. I also believe that one of the questions was impeachment. I think we ought to impeach incompetence, because I don't think she's very competent in what she does. Another thing is, how do I plan on meeting? I have a plan that's a little bit too soon to implement, to divulge, but I know exactly what I'm going to do when I'm going to do it, and how I'm going to win is basically I'm going to use her against herself, and basically anybody can see through her. It's not that big of a deal. It's not going to be that big of a problem. So that's what I'm looking at. But,
all right. Thank you. My name is Eddie Adams Jr. I drive a pickup truck. I'm parked outside in the parking lot. This is a local race that will have national consequences. This is a watershed moment for this country. This is considered to be a deep blue congressional district, and it was designed that way. So they said it would be impossible for a Republican to win. So we started this fight trying to figure out how to get the Republicans to vote for us. We've managed to get Republicans to vote for us. The first time I ran, we got 43,000 votes. That was in 2006. In 2008, we got 73,000 votes. And we know the Republicans were mad at everybody. They were mad at Bush. They were mad at McCain. They were mad at the Republicans. So they had a depressed vote. We still got 73,000. So that's 30,000 others, which is blacks, minority, Democrats votes for. The one group that we've never had to vote for us, and this is a midterm election, is the independents. Once the independents come on, we had the opportunity to represent every constituency within this congressional district, and that's the only way someone other than a Democrat can win this congressional district. They must have the minorities, they must have the Republicans, and they must have the independents. Thank you, independents, for supporting us and allowing us to do this.
Hi, I have a question for all four of you. I'm going to make it easy. You can answer yes and get by, or you can answer no and tell me why. And my question is, if you get to Congress, would you support the 28th Amendment, which I'm going to dictate to you now? Congress shall not make no law that applies to the citizenship of the United States that does not apply equally to the senators and the representatives. And Congress shall not make any law that applies to the senators and the representatives that does not apply equally to the citizens of the United States. Now, I await your answers.
I'll go first.
Go first. Ready to go.
First. The answer is yes. And guys, y'all don't have to worry about Kathy Castor.
I'm going to support the 28th Amendment, and I'm going to take it a step further. My plans are to put Congress on Social Security.
Ms. Buntyn? Yes. And Mr. Evans?
Yes, no one is above the law, specifically the ones who are making the laws.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm interested in immigration, and I think that's coming up to Congress next, so everyone's going to need to speak to that. But let me address this to Mr. Buntyn. In his literature, you say we must secure our borders. This is not an immigration issue. It's a national security issue or sovereignty of the state. And I agree with that. But I'd like to know, do you believe that our current immigration laws and way of administering them are correct? And if not, what needs to be fixed?
I say no, short answer. One, we need to allow local law enforcement to participate in the immigration laws. Currently, they're not allowed to ask their status. and they process them, release them, and don't know whether they're illegal or not. We need to enforce the use of E-Verify. Currently, E-Verify is full of holes, and the employers rely on E-Verify to verify the status. But if it's out of date or incorrect, we hold the employers responsible for that, not the federal government. We need to fix that. But mainly, dry up the opportunities for the illegal aliens. They won't keep coming here. And don't tell me that Americans won't do those jobs that they're doing. You know, I've said this before, I've seen dirty jobs. You know, Micro will do anything. And those are Americans that are teaching him how to do those jobs.
I'd like a quick yes or no, I'm sorry from all of them. I'm the Florida coordinator for Homemakers for America and the state chairmom for ASMOM, the Sisterhood of Mommy Patriots. And we're working together with the local patriot groups across the state of Florida to put together the Abigail Adams Project. It's a voter education project. And basically, we're putting a survey together to survey all qualified candidates. And the voter guides will be produced without party affiliation. So I would like to know if you would be interested in participating in that. And quickly, if what you see as the value of a voter education guide without party affiliation.
Let's start with Mr. Adams.
I've said all along, we're in a battle of ideas. If your ideas are good, then you will win on the battlefield. And yes, I will support you. And me and you have sat down before, we've had this conversation, and I will be glad to. Matter of fact, we're already planning to walk and do some things with your group and your organization.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad to participate. Of course, an educated electorate is a great goal. We need to push forward with it. Thank you.
And Mr. Townhall.
I agree with it, I support it, and I think it was a little bit step further. I think George Washington had it perfect when he said that we should not have political parties in this country, because we should be able to vote for the candidate we choose and not for a particular party.
And Mr.
You have to get that to me, I'll fill it out right away. And if I could just piggyback on that, as far as the political affiliation is concerned, again, it gets back to the folks that are in power use party affiliation, and they use labels to divide us. Because they know that if they can keep people at each other's throat, we won't be watching what's been going on. We're in the situation we're in right now because folks like you and I have been busy raising our families, doing our jobs, doing that which makes America great. We took our eye off the ball, off of Washington. Folks, the focus is back on Washington, and we're going to hold them accountable this August. Thank you.